Well, hello, everybody, and happy Monday. E.R. Wolf here, joined by my partner, Guy Toole. We're with Elify, and this is Monday Sprint Planning. So what are we here for? What are we talking about, Guy? It's all about making our plan for the week. I know if you joined us on Friday with the Founders, we were talking about goal setting. We were talking about vision boarding. We were talking about that only 3% put their goals down in writing. And, you know, for people like you and I, Guy, who do put our goals down in writing, we've been doing it for most of our life, and it is one of those strong elements that has contributed to our success. You know, one of the things that we also do as a best practice is sprint planning, and this is what we're talking to everybody who's watching this in the Elify Nation about is, have you made a plan to reach the goals that you've put down in writing? You know, step one is put your goals down in writing. If you haven't put those down, that's your first step in the plan for this week is I've got to make my goal and I have to put it down in writing. And then step two is breaking that goal down into sizable chunks. You know, if you have a year-long goal, it should break down into 4 quarterly long goals, you know, or 12 monthly goals. And at the end of the day, you want to break that down to a weekly sizable bite. And that's what we're talking about this week for sprint planning, that we don't have to lose any more focus on what's going to come next week, the week after, or this last quarter of the year, because September's right around the corner here, and then we're going to be moving into Q4 before we know it. We don't want to get distracted by that. We want to say, what do we have at the week ahead? This is a new week. We're shaking off anything that we did last week, the progress that we made, and we're starting fresh from square one, and we're going to make forward progress this week. We're going to make a plan for this week. We're going to put that plan into action. And then come Friday, when everybody gets together for Friday with the Founders, we're going to be able to celebrate that group success, that cumulatively we all made forward progress towards our goals this week.
You know, we have really broken our goals down from the standpoint of we put them in weekly, right? We're here on a sprint planning, 52 weeks out of the year. We know there's holidays in there that fall into place. So obviously you have to adjust to those. But when setting down every Monday, we get an opportunity to start fresh, just like you're saying. And really what we do a lot of the times is start fresh every day, because there's so much happening that there's a lot of carryover from the day before, the week before. And obviously your list builds up, but it still gives you attainable things that you can check off to get done. And a lot of that deals with your focus. And I think one of the first things that we've done really well on over the years, and we talk about it, is our mindset. And our mindset, you know, I think from the marketing this morning on the Insiders page for our Monday sprint planning, really comes in perfect time from the standpoint of the acronym of Monday. And Janice put it together great for us today. And the very first one, M, is mindset. We got to have the right mindset to be able to progress forward. I read something a few weeks ago where there's so many people that get opportunities or they come across something, but they let themselves get in their way. They hit like stalemate on something. And if that happens 2 to 3 times a week, think what happens over the year. You know, if we're looking at 365 days a year, and I'm saying 2 to 3 times a week, you've lost at least a third of your year based on letting yourself get in your way. So mindset's huge with us, making sure that we're staying focused. If there's negative elements that come into play, we brush them aside, because that's not who we are. We're positive. We're going to keep moving forward. A lot of what we're developing is that positive mind frame of elements that have been asked for. Modularizing, which we talked about on Friday, the previous Friday, of what's happening with Shuffle. We encourage people always to participate in our weekly events. That's a lot of what we do today, is just talk about those weekly events. Know that we're having another event come up next at the beginning of next month, I guess October, another month that we have that coming. You know, we're going to be running a couple different contests. So I think it's going to be people that are active who have the correct mindset, who understand the opportunity ahead of them. There's a lot to be learned. We can give information. We learn every day from other people. And that's why we continue to grow. That's why we continue to move forward every week, is because it gives us an opportunity to learn, adjust, and be able to provide elements, software, solutions back to our users.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's part of this this goal with sprint planning, and Guy, to what you said with mindset. Really what we're talking about is putting in some best practices and some systems that will help lead us to the results we want to achieve. And there are these daily best practices, Guy, that you've talked about. You've talked about on past calls. We talk about consistently on these Monday sprint plannings. And mindset is one of those things. Like, are you going to wake up every day and reset and start the day fresh? Brush off that weight or that baggage or that chaos that might have come in your way the day before, and really get refocused and recommitted to the day and what you have to achieve in all areas of what you're working towards. When we talk sprint planning, we're thinking about the entire wheel of life here, and what do I need to do this week in order to make forward progress on achieving goals in all of those areas. Yes, specifically to the Elify affiliate program, you can look at what types of activities will help me generate forward progress, but also to all of these other areas. And then we also talk about the things that are task items that I can do and control my schedule to work on those things. I may want to block some time in the morning to work on those, or in the evening, or on my lunch break, or on a big block of time on Saturday. And then, Guy, to your point, we talk about the scheduled events that we have going on. There's about 2.5 to 3 hours a week of scheduled Elify activities. We'll run through those, and one of them is sprint planning, what we're talking about right now. So I'll pull this up, and let's go on ahead and take a look at the week at a glance. This will be posted in the social groups as well. But obviously, guys, over the weekend, this is your will, skill, refill, replenish yourself. Don't have to crush yourself every single day of the week. In fact, with Guy and I, from our athletic backgrounds, we know that we need rest and recovery, and that's what's going to allow us to go back and really refocus and hit it hard the next day. So take an opportunity to refill yourself. Then we're moving into our sprint plan. Now, I've got a little bit of a confession to make, Guy, and I realized this yesterday, Sunday night, when my wife and I were putting the kids to bed and everything, and I realized that we were already doing all of the preparation work to kick our week off. We had the clothes laid out for the kids for the next day. We were laying out our own clothes, like all of that stuff to say, hey, in fact, a lot of our week's activities start the night before. And that's one of those success habits where I'm already thinking about what is my plan going to be for this week starting Sunday night. And I'm maybe even writing some of that down so that when Guy and I connect in the morning before we get on this sprint planning call, we can quickly run through, here are our top priority win list items for this week. We need to be working on X, Y, and Z. And we talk about those win list items, that mindset of a champion stuff that we really want to be focused on, which is what's important right now. So what's important right now? Sprint planning is important right now. If you haven't made your plan, you need to take the 5 minutes, 10 minutes to take a step back, take a deep breath, and write down, these are the important win list items I need to get done this week. That's what sprint planning is all about. What are the time-sensitive things, and what are the task things? Sprint planning should take you about 15 minutes once you get into the groove of it, and you do it either on Sunday or Monday. So here's your reminder to do that plan. Then we're going to roll into Tuesday. If we talk about blocking stuff out on our sprint plan for the week, this is something I would encourage every single person to be blocking out on their weekly schedule. The time does change for this event. It is Tuesday's Shuffle Q&A with Kathy. I'm going to jump over. It's actually on 10 a.m. for this week, tomorrow's training, 10 a.m. Central Time. You're going to want to adjust for your time zone. And then Kathy, our master trainer, will be updating this training card for the September month, where you'll see the September times. So you're going to want to make sure you mark your calendar every Tuesday to come in and do that shuffle training if you want to become an expert in the technology. Additionally, on Wednesdays, you're going to want to block out about 30 minutes of time to do business training. When we talk about skill sets that are productive, high producing, result in what we're trying to accomplish, these are the things, the traits, the gold nuggets that you're going to pick up on best practices that you want to be doing on a consistent basis, whether that's planning, whether that's the focused mindset, whether that's your win list items, whether that's through the wheel of life or any of these things, being relentlessly consistent. You're going to pick those up by joining us on Wednesday nights. That happens every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Again, adjust for your time schedule. On Thursday, Guy and I will be opening up some office hours this week, and we will get those posted and update this card. If you would like to connect with us, you can either schedule an appointment at that time or just drop into the Zoom room. Again, we will have office hours on Thursday. We'll update that card. And then that leads us to Friday with the founders. This is probably one of my favorite meetings of the week. It's our opportunity to get together one-on-one, essentially, with you as we roundtable discuss announcements, tips, tricks, events or other things that we have coming up, a Q&A session, all of that type of stuff, celebrations of successes along the week for any of the affiliates. So guys, this is sort of the block stuff. It leads into Saturday's Discover Call. You can invite your leads, your prospects, the people you want to refer to come learn a little bit more about Elify and Shuffle. And that's really the week at a glance, everybody. So as you're looking through, I'm planning my week out right now. You need to be thinking about, okay, I've got a training on Tuesday if I can make it. I've got a training on Wednesday I need to put down on my calendar. I've got the potential to connect on Thursday. I've got an hour on Friday. Everything else, block time so that you can get your items done. Now, what are the items you should be working on? You need to think about where you are at. If you're new, you need to be learning, educating yourself, getting in, building a card and starting to share your card and really become versed in the technology and the benefits of the technology. If you're out there and you are versed in the technology, you need to be thinking about how do I outreach and share this information with other people? Again, your revenue generating activities are making a referral and somebody using your referral ID to enroll. Okay, your revenue activities are, outside of making those direct referrals, supporting team members and helping them make network referrals. That should be the two main focuses on the activities that you're doing this week. And based on that, Guy, I know that we're going to be announcing a September contest here. We'll be announcing it a little bit later in the week, but that we have that going on as well. So, Guy, I know we've got some event happening in October as well. We can run through any of the items for that. Otherwise, guys, we're about 15 minutes on sprint planning. You should have made a plan during this time. What we've talked to you about should have jogged your memory on the win list items. What is important now? If you think about it, try to focus on at least at a minimum 3 win list items every single day to make forward progress on where you want to go and what you want to balance on the wheel of life. Guys?
You know, what I will add to that is I listen to you talking about it, and we reiterate it every week. The amount of hours that we provide, it's not a lot, it's not a ton, but there's a lot of elements, a lot of things that you can learn about Elify itself, the application, how it can benefit you. With each one of those trainings, a lot of those are recorded and available either on our YouTube channel, in Go Elify, as well as our different Facebook groups. But I would really lean into those, because one thing we've always said is if you take care of the little things, the big things will take care of themselves. 3 hours in the grand scheme of the whole week really isn't that much. And being able to give some dedicated focus, being consistent, being relentlessly consistent on some of those things. I mean, we see people all the time, the same people every Monday, the same people every Friday. Kathy sees the same people every Tuesday. And then you get the individuals who want to participate but just can't find the time. Well, if you can't find the time, they are recorded, just like I had mentioned. So they're available. Another thing that we talked about on Friday and had a large group of people saying they wanted to participate in the challenge, and all the challenge is, and so I'll put it out to everyone this morning. I challenge you to send your card out to 10 different people. today. That's it. That's the challenge. It doesn't matter if it's text, email, whatever you want your message to be, whatever card you want to send to them. Just get in the habit of potentially sharing this card and understanding the functions and the features. And there's a high likelihood that the recipients are going to be the ones that it clicks for and are going to ask you, where do I get that? How do I participate? Those different types of things. If you're looking for action items, there's another item, another sheet we made available for you in the affiliate assets. So make sure you become an affiliate or are an affiliate. Log into your affiliate portal, go to the affiliate assets, and download the connection planner. I don't know if the connection planner is the correct word for it, but it really is giving you action items that you can take that are simple. They're small. Take care of those little things. Building a card, sharing a card, following up. It's really 3 items. And there's potential, there's likelihood that your business will advance forward either in whatever opportunity you have out there, your products or services, or you're going to expose someone to Elify and Shuffle who may have been looking for something like this or may not have been looking for something like this, but they stumble across it based on your ability to reach out to them, based on your ability to not get stymied by what is someone going to say? Well, who cares what someone's going to say? Everyone has an opinion. Everyone voices those things. We always, the old saying, everyone has an opinion, and a lot of them stink, right? I can go further into that one, but I think a lot of people know which one that is. But don't worry about what other people think.
Yeah. Take
your chance. Take your shot at creating something that you think is going to be accepted by individuals that want to learn more about what you have, or potentially how they could be utilizing it for themselves.
Well, and Guy, the old saying that Wayne Gretzky had, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I think that's big for anybody watching this. If you're watching this, to Guy's challenge, send your card out to 10 people today. I think, Guy, on Friday, you prefaced it with the, put in the message, hey, you're one of the 10 lucky people that I chose to send my card to today. Would love to get your feedback, or here you go, and just get it out and see what the response is. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised that it elicits questions, that it elicits feedback, that people aren't going to come back to you and tell you no, or how bad your card looks, or anything like that. If they do, use that as constructive criticism to refine your card and send it out to another 10 people. But the key here is you're going to miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. And as I mentioned on Friday, I use this baseball analogy. The benefit here is you get to swing as many times as you want, and all you need to do is hit a base hit, a double, a triple, or a home run, and you have unlimited at-bats. So don't think that I've got 3 swings and then I'm out here, guys. Go out and take the shot and watch what the result is. I think in closing down this sprint planning, Guy, one of the other things I want to talk to people about is expectation and setting the right expectation. If you've sat down and you've written out your goal, or if you sat down and you did your vision board and you've said, this is where I want to get to, and you see that Elify and the Elify affiliate program and Shuffle play a role in that, or offer a path for you to achieve that, then you need to set the right expectation. What is it going to take to leverage this vehicle to get to where I am going? And set realistic expectations, because I will tell you there's a 4-letter word that we don't like to talk about, but that is required, and it's called work. You know what I mean? And you have to put in a little bit of work and set that expectation. If you're sitting here going, ER just talked about 3 hours worth of time this week to build my business, look, that's the minimum of what we have of live events going on this week. But if your expectation is, I want to build $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month in residual income and commission from this, set that expectation. Understand that will require work. Understand, and we can flush out the paths that it takes to get there, what work will be required. And once you know that, it's just a matter of building your sprint plan to achieve those results. And I'll tell you what it starts with. It starts with sharing your card. It starts with making those referrals, the direct referrals and the network referrals. So if you're struggling to achieve that, if you haven't earned your first commission check, put a comment down or reach out to us. Reach out on the social groups. We want to support you in achieving your success. This is not, hard. Okay, this is a very simple process, but it's not easy. It does require work, but you can get there. So this is what it is. Let's make your plan. Let's execute your plan, and let's get you there. Okay. With that being said, from Guy and myself here at Elify, all the best this week. We'll see you on the next calls. Take care, everybody. Make it a great week. Bye-bye.